Hey there, welcome back friends. Today we will talk about a resource-based URI, and in order to understand this concept, first of all, imagine a scenario where we are building an application for a showroom, and inside this showroom, inside this shop, there are like multiple bikes from multiple brands, and the showroom also provides spare parts for individual bike. So whenever we are willing to develop a web application, a website for the showroom, definitely there would be some URLs and there would be some URI patterns, and based on the URI patterns we will get information, or even we can also set information. Now imagine we wish to get information about the brands. What all brands are available inside the showroom? Definitely this is one to many correspondence, and there could be like multiple brands. As a result, the URI pattern could be get brands. And as we are getting the information, get keyword is symbolizing that we are getting the information. Likewise, for example, we would like to get information of all the bikes. So we can definitely specify a URI pattern like /get bikes, right? Now we can further filter out things based on a brand. Now if we wish to extract all the bikes available for a specific brand only, again that is possible. We will specify a yet another parameter in our URI itself, and it could be like get bikes brand equal to Honda, right? So this is good. These URI are looking good. Likewise, we can also get list of all the spare parts available in the showroom. But now moving forward, if we wish to get list of spare parts for a specific brand, again we can specify a filter. Now moving forward, we can also get information of a specific resource. In that case, we can specify the ID, and again we will get the information of a specific spare. Likewise, we can also specify ID of a specific bike and get appropriate information. Now friends, imagine that we would like to add some information in our showroom database. We would like to set some information. In that case, in place of get brands, get bikes or things like that, we can like add some URI patterns, which would be like this: set brands, set bikes, set bike where brand equals to Honda, things like that. So this is perfectly all right. We can create URI patterns similar to this, but definitely these are not resource based URIs. These are action based URIs, right? So we are getting information, so we have specified the action get. If we are setting information, we have specified the keyword set. Likewise, we are also passing parameters. So these kind of URIs are symbolizing that we are processing something, we are performing some action. Whereas the resource based URIs are based on the resource, as the name suggests, and they won't specify that we are performing some kind of action. They will symbolize that the information is already there and we are simply retrieving the information. And when it comes to RESTful APIs, resource based URIs are preferred. Now let us try to understand how we can create resource based URIs. For example, we wish to list down all the brands which are available inside this specific showroom. So we will give the URI as /brands. Likewise, if we wish to get information of a specific brand, then we can specify the URI as brands/Bajaj, for example. Likewise, we can get information of all the bikes. We can get information of all the bikes in a specific brand. We can get information of all the spare parts available, or we can also get information of all the spare parts for a specific brands. So information like these can be retrieved. Now again, if we wish to get information of a specific resource, we can also provide ID. For example, spare/20 25. So these kind of URIs are known as resource based URIs. Now definitely we will discuss more about resource based URIs. This topic is very important and we must design the URIs logically and nicely. Now friends, there is a issue. There is no action inside these URIs. For example, we are not specifying whether we are getting the information or we are setting the information. Now imagine whenever we are dealing with RESTful APIs, the client is a piece of software, right? So the client need not to worry about the exact notations on the URL. The client must understand the patterns based on some logical things, and that logical thing is nothing but the methods available inside our HTTP headers. Now there are methods when it comes to HTTP. So whenever we would like to get information, we will make use of the get method when it comes to HTTP. Likewise, whenever we are submitting some information, we will make use of post. When we are updating information, we will make use of put. And finally, whenever we are deleting some information from the server, we will definitely make use of delete method. Now moving forward, definitely we will also check all of these methods in action later down the line. So don't worry, we will check everything in detail in our forthcoming videos. Alright, now these methods are good enough. But apart from methods, there is yet another thing. How the client software will know whether the operation was successful or a failure. Now, in order to create an application which will also understand whether the operation was success or a failure, there is again something known as HTTP status codes. Now, whenever we perform some action when it comes to RESTful APIs, we will also receive status. For example, if everything is okay, then we will get this status code 200, whereas if the URL is a non-existent URL, then definitely the server will return the famous status code 404 not found. Whereas if there is some server related issue, then it will return status code, for example, internal server error. Now the status code list is huge. You can definitely Google and search more about the status code, but here is some information. If the status code starts with 1, it is a informational type of information, whereas if the status code starts with 2, it's a good news, it is successful operation related information. Then there is status code which starts with 3, which will deal with the redirection. Then there is a client error and server related status codes which starts with 4 and 5 respectively. Alright, so this was a quick introduction, short introduction related to resource based URIs and couple of more internal things related to HTTP and URIs. Alright, so that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.